Hey, I'm Keith Telfan, and I am an expat. An expat is an expatriate, somebody born in one place but declaring home in another. It's a broad definition. Immigrants qualify under that definition as well, I suppose. But there's something about this word to me that connotes a belief in a specific place, having chosen a home with much intent. And it makes me think about this question, where are you from? It's the holiday season and many of us will be traveling and hearing this question a lot. And I want to deconstruct this question. I was born in Sacramento, California. So perhaps this is the most literal, direct answer to the question of where I'm from. But I basically never use this answer because I don't really feel from Sacramento. I haven't lived there since I was a kid, essentially. And I really came of age elsewhere. I do represent California as a state. I'm Californian. I went to school in the Bay. My mom and her family are all from Los Angeles. I lived in Los Angeles as well. And I feel more local in Los Angeles than I do in Sacramento. So I like the whole state. I love the whole state. And I'm a Californian. I'm also a New Yorker. I lived in New York after university for the requisite amount of time that people demand in order to call yourself such. And perhaps I'm most local in Brooklyn. I know this borough and its streets and shops more than any in the world. So, and this attitude of New York, this brusqueness confused for rudeness, this directness, this diversity, this pace. Whenever I return to California, I think that things move a bit slowly. New York is in my blood. So often I always say that I'm from New York, especially when I moved to Berlin. This was the answer I most gave because it's where I had just come from and felt. Now I've lived in Berlin for 2 years, and I've chosen Berlin very intentionally because I believe in this city. I don't think of it as the capital of Germany. I don't specifically relate to Germany. I'm not German. But I do believe in Europe and the EU. I believe in everything it stands for: egalitarianism, secularism, a strong social safety net, personal freedoms that well surpass American personal freedoms and liberties, and a general chillness, not to be the best, not to be number one, not to be so patriotic and shout your team name, but to enjoy life, to strive for a work-life balance, to prioritize good things, to have long meals, to have good conversations, to party and relax and not get hung up on wasting time. This is why I live here. And this is why I'm prone to believe myself a Berliner. I cannot quite declare it. Ich kann nicht so gut Deutsch sprechen. And this is a problem. I'm never going to be really German or European. My passport will always be American. But I believe very much in where I live now. I believe in walking on the streets with a beer and having it be no problem. I believe in walking onto the train without a turnstile and this sense of infrastructural freedom. I believe in bicycling, in well-maintained bike lanes. I believe in a culture that prioritizes peace and respect and kindness and feeling good over all else, while also having a work ethic, while also perfecting engineering in this culture. And there's just so much to admire about it. The politics of Germany are probably the strongest in the world at this point. Angela Merkel is essentially the leader of the free world. And somehow I'm proud of that, to be in a place that fosters sanity on the world stage. I love that it's central. It's the most central that you can get in Europe, just south of Scandinavia, Western Europe, but also on the east of the former Soviet bloc. It's perfectly located. It's the party capital of the world, I would say, if not Europe. It's the most fun place to be. It's affordable, miraculously so. It's very hard to criticize Berlin. It's essentially the perfect place, if only it was on the beach. So this winter, when I go to the beach, I will try to spend most of my time on this question, where are you from? Talking about Berlin, because I believe in it.